Dear students, we're discussing the poem which is titled The Mosquito by D.H. Lawrence. Today, we're explaining some of the stanzas from this poem. As in the first two lectures, we discussed it, introduction, summary, and some explanation about certain stanzas. Today, we're also discussing the stanzas of this poem. As the today's stanzas from the poem are queer. With your thin wings and your streaming legs, how will you sail like a heron or a dull cloud of air and nothingness? Yet what an aura surrounds you? Your evil little aura, prowling and casting a numbness on my mind. That's your trick. Huh? Your bit of filthy magic, invisibility, and the anesthetic power to deaden my attention in your direction. Dear students, in these lines, the poet says that Mosquito has thin wings and floating legs. Okay? So this Mosquito looks strange creature, huh? Sailing in the wind like a heron. Okay, dear students, or we can say that it still has around it an aura of its own. Aura here, there are some words I have written. The meaning of these words, aura here means invisible breath. So it looks a strange creature which is sailing in the wind like a heron. Heron हम bird को कहते हैं, ठीक है? Or we can say, or a dull lump of air which is not existent. So it moves through the air which is not existent here, okay, which doesn't exist, but it has an aura. That means it has a breath of its own. So it has a distinctive ability to bite almost weightlessly. We know that it's a weightless creature, but it has the ability to bite. The poet wonders at its invisible and mysterious tricks. So poet is wondering about his invisible and mysterious tricks. Dear students, the master moves stealthily like a thief. That here in these lines, we got to know that the master moves stealthily. That means like a thief or prowling. It causes a numbness on the poet's mind. That means poet is not able to think clearly here. It makes it difficult for the poet to think how best to deal with its mischiefs and tricks of remaining invisible. So a poet can't think, or we can say poet is not able to think about the mischiefs and the tricks of this here we can say insignificant creature, the mosquito, flying sideways quickly and diverting his attention, and try biting him at the earliest opportunity. So only one purpose of the mosquito is here, to bite the poet, and it has diverted his attention. Dear student, there are some words like queer. Queer here means strange. Similarly, heron. Heron here means it's a bird. Aura, it's an invisible breath here. Numbness on my mind. That means making the mind of poet incapable of thinking. So I think you got this stanza here. Okay, dear students. फिल्थी दैट मीन्स डर्टी, और जिसको हम गंदा कह सकते हैं. इनविजिबिलिटी, जो हमें दिखाई ना दे. एनेस्थेटिक पावर, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इज दैट पावर विच मेक्स अस अनकॉन्शियस, जो हमें बेहोश कर दे. ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द सेकंड स्टैंजा. But I know your game now, streaky sorcerer. Queer, how you stalk and prowl the air in circles and evasions, enveloping me. Ghoul on wings, winged victory, settle and stand on legs, settle and stand on long thin shanks, eyeing me sideways and cunningly conscious that I am ever your speck. I hate the way you lurch off sideways into air, having read my thoughts against you. Dear students, in this stanza, or we can say in these lines, the poet says that he knows the master's tricks. He calls it a fast moving magician. Okay, the poet wonders at its invisible and mysterious tricks. He calls it an evil spirit on wings, huh? No less than a magician. Dear students, he wonders how fast and effortlessly it moves, quietly follows and watches its victim. Dear students, the poet is aware that the master is a cheat. He hates the way, that means the poet hates the way in which the master moves about quietly. Probably the master knows that the poet is dead against it. Just here are some words like here we can say that गेम का मतलब यहाँ पे हुआ ट्रिक. स्ट्रीकी हेयर मीन्स मूविंग फास्ट. हाँ, सोर्सरर, सोर्सरर हम मैजिशियन को कहते हैं, जादूगर को कहते हैं. स्टॉक एंड प्रोवल, टू मूव स्लोली एंड क्वाइटली. आइंग, यू नो दैट, सेइंग, देखना. सो दीज आर द टू स्टिंजास, डियर स्टूडेंट्स. Today I explained these two stanzas to you. You have to go through these lines again and again, try to understand the meanings of these words and try to capture the extract from it. I hope it's okay for the day. Thank you very much.